All right, welcome back to Kaja Cool Sports TV. This is Kyrie Jana here. I'm chiming in for a very quick, very brief moment. I just had to comment. I said, you know what? This is a perfect opportunity to make a very short video, and this is pertaining to Mr. Bud Crawford's statement. Right now, there's a lot of buzz going around. Bud Crawford. He had a great interview. I forget what channel I was watching, but long story short, he made a comment. He made a statement that he doesn't feel that Errol Spence Jr. is going to be a Hall of Famer. Now, that created a lot of buzz because Errol Spence Jr. is literally the biggest opponent that Bud has on his resume. You know, and I'll just say this: when they did meet, right? They, to unify and to become undisputed. Errol had 3 of the belts, so Errol actually cleaned up the division. Let me back up. Errol actually did most of the heavy lifting in the division, while Bud actually cleaned out the division to become, undisputed for a second time. But I'm just chiming in here real quick because I love Bud, big fan. I'm actually rooting for him against Canelo, but I gotta disagree. Errol Spence, if he retired today, Errol Spence will be a first ballot Hall of Famer. All right? Even though Bud annihilated him in the show, and I don't want to get too much into that because remember now, Errol he had the car accident and people say he wasn't the same, but he did turn around. When he came back, he took on Danny Garcia and he did his thing. But Errol, bottom line is I'm a big fan of both of them. And again, I disagree with Bud. I will say Errol, both of them, both Bud and Errol will be Hall of Famers, but Errol is definitely going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. You cannot erase all that he has accomplished. He defeated all these champions. He traveled to do it when he went, and did Kell Brook, and you know what I'm saying? So, at the end of it, and Bud he may be a little tight because, the politics took him so long to get to that fight. And, also too, you had Bob Arum and PBC and Errol talking all of that. Bud is on the opposite side of the street business. As a matter of fact, it'll be in my next video, talking about the PBC and Bob Arum, legendary promoter, coming together. Why? Because of what Turki Al-Sheikh is doing. All right, we'll talk about that in a whole nother video. So, I forgot to say, like, subscribe, follow. This is Kaja Cool Sports TV. Back at y'all. I'll be back. All right, but I just had to chime in here real quick just to make this particular statement because Errol Spence will be a first ballot Hall of Famer if he retired today.